Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we uncover the stories hidden in plain sight within corporate filings. And let me tell you, Ohio Valley BancCorp has got a little something to say, particularly about their plans to buy back their own stock. So what exactly is happening? Ohio Valley BancCorp is extending their share repurchase program, effectively giving themselves more time to buy back their own company's stock. It sounds a bit like someone buying back their own favorite book to keep it safe and sound. Let's dive into what that means. First up, the basics. Ohio Valley BancCorp is a bank holding company, and what this filing tells us is about a specific financial move. They're making a share repurchase program, which is essentially the company buying its own shares from the open market. Now, this report is all about extending their share repurchase program. Think of it like this: if a company has extra cash, instead of giving it all to shareholders as dividends or investing it in brand new projects, they can choose to buy back their own shares. This reduces the number of shares floating around out there. This program was originally put in place back in 2021 and was all set to wrap up on August 31st of 2025. But they've decided to give themselves another year, pushing that expiration date to August 31st of 2026. So the total amount they're allowed to spend on buying back these shares is $5 million. This is a significant amount relative to the company's size and shows a commitment to this particular strategy. And so far as of August 20th of this year, they've already bought back about $2,096,700 worth of their own stock. That means they've used up a good chunk of the authorized amount already. The really important takeaway here is that apart from giving themselves more time, the core of the buyback program remains the same. They didn't increase the total dollar amount of the buyback, and they didn't change any other rules. So it's not a sign of a new or expanded plan, just an extension of what was already in place. So what's the big deal about extending a share repurchase program? Well, there are a few reasons why a company might do this. One, it can signal to the market that management believes the company's stock is undervalued. By buying back shares, they are essentially betting on their own company's future success. Another reason is to return capital to shareholders. When a company buys back shares, it reduces the number of outstanding shares, and that can increase earnings per share. Because the same profit is now divided among fewer shares, this can make the stock look more attractive to investors. It can also help offset the dilutive effect of stock options issued to employees. However, it's also important to remember that a share repurchase program is not always a sign of great health. If a company is struggling to find good investment opportunities, or if its growth is slowing down, buying back stock can be a way to use excess cash. Investors often scrutinize these programs to understand the underlying reasons. Now, this report also mentions an attached exhibit, which is a press release detailing this extension. Think of this as the official announcement to the world that they are indeed pushing the deadline. And within the filing, they've categorized this update under item 9.01, which basically covers financial statements and exhibits, meaning they are providing supporting documentation for this announcement. The date of this filing, August 20th, 25, is important. It tells us when this decision was officially made public. And it's signed off by Larry E. Miller, too, the President and Chief Executive Officer of Ohio Valley BancCorp. This shows senior leadership is directly involved and approving this strategic move. So looking at Ohio Valley BancCorp overall, they had a reported $5 million share repurchase program that was set to expire next year, and they've decided to extend it for another year, giving them until August of 2026 to buy back stock. They've already spent nearly $3 million of that authorized amount, and they haven't altered the terms of the buyback itself. Now for my take. This extension isn't a massive shock or a huge change in strategy for Ohio Valley BancCorp. It's more of a signal that management is comfortable with their current capital position and believes their stock is a reasonable investment for the company itself. The fact that they've already spent almost $3 million out of the $5 million authorization suggests they are actively participating in the market and likely see value in their own shares. However, it's crucial to look beyond just this single announcement. Is the bank growing its loan portfolio? Are its interest margins healthy? Are they attracting new depositors? These are the questions that really matter for a bank's long-term success. A share buyback can be a good tool, but it shouldn't be a substitute for core business growth and profitability. Without more information on their overall financial performance and market position, it's hard to say definitively if this buyback extension is a brilliant move or just a way to manage excess liquidity. For investors, this shows management is focused on shareholder value, but it's vital to understand the context. Are they buying back shares because they have no better growth opportunities, which could be a concern, or are they truly believing their stock is undervalued and a strong investment? Overall, Ohio Valley BancCorp is making a measured decision to continue its existing share repurchase program. It's a sign of confidence in their own stock, but it's one piece of a much larger financial puzzle. What's your opinion on share buybacks, and what signal do you think this sends from Ohio Valley BancCorp? Let me know in the comments below. If you find these insights helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more regular deep dives into corporate filings. Also, make sure to join our Discord community, which you can find a link to in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.